Pretty please. Amazing. Thank you so much. All right. Without further ado, welcome, wannabe tech nerds. We are so excited to have you with us today. We have Ori. He's going to be running the training. And in the chat, we have Soy Boy, who's recently joined the team, and we're really excited to have. So we're all vibing out here. And without further ado, the Techno program is going to be running technical support for the community. I'm so excited to see so many of you excited to help the community. And today we're going to be going over RPC endpoints, running a node and the OP stack. And without further ado, I'll hand you over to the incredible Ori. I'm doing a drum roll.
By the way, when you say incredible, that literally means non-believable. I'm not sure that's the message that's the vibe you're going for.
Very believable. Very believable and very talented, Ori. There we go.
Thank you. Anyway, but the way that we're going to do this is a pretty advanced training, so we are not going to spoon feed you and tell you do this, do that, do the other thing. Instead, what we are going to do is give you rough tasks and then show you where they are documented. This has two purposes. Purpose number one is we want people who are able to find information. People number two, if you go through the directions and there is anything wrong, we need to know about it. We need to fix our documentation. So if you have any problems, anything that's not clear, please message either Vonnie or Soy Boy. Okay? Anyway, so now there are three things that we are going to do today. Number one is we'll talk about getting an RPC points because you're going to need those. Number two, we want you to start running a node, either OP mainnet. I'll drop the documentation links when we get there. Don't worry. And number two is running a node for OP GitHub. Sorry, for OP Go Early. And number three is making your own OP stack. How do we do this? We are going to start with making just getting access points.
Oh, Ori, we can't hear you.
Yes, it requires push to talk, and I'm not sure I can do that and screen share, and everything would work. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you and we can see you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. But you want to, if I sent a URL, can you still hear me?
Yep.
What?
Yep, we can still hear you.
Okay, good. Now, we have a whole bunch of tutorials under Ethereum Optimism tutorial. They are to explain mostly to programmers what various things that you can do, like how to get started, how to trace a transaction, etc., etc., etc. One of the things and this is mostly, of course, for our stuff, but we have some for the ecosystem. For example, alchemy. And this tutorial is, if you don't know anything about alchemy beyond that it's a way of turning lead into gold, you can get there and create your account, get on the free plan, and create RPCs. You're going to need RPCs for the next exercises, and you're going to need them both for Go Early, which is L1 testnet, and OP Go Early, which is L2 testnet. Here it shows you how to do OP Go Early, but from that to how to do Go Early itself, it's a trivial step. Okay, any questions, comments, gold bars, Rotten Tomatoes?
So far, so good.
Okay, now this of course is the easiest thing. The second one is to run an OP Go Early node. Now we do have directions for that on our documentation site, specifically at just a moment. At the URL that I just put in the chat. However, that is not what I recommend you use because I recently updated them. The update hasn't been merged yet. So if you're lazy like me, take this MHT file, open it in Chrome. It is going to give you more up-to-date, easier to use directions. So this is the second thing, and here you are going to need an L1 and an L2. Oh yes, record all bugs and errors. This is your second exercise, and start it syncing. Now you're going to need to run it to continue to let it run. The reason you're going to continue to let it run is that synchronizing is a bit slow. I'm sorry about that. I wish we had an up-to-date snapshot. Our DevX people are going to add those at some point. The point, however, is not right now. So you will need to run it. You start it now. You start it after you get it running. By the time it gets to be week 3 and close to the end of the training, you should have a fully synchronized one, and you can verify that it really is synchronized, that you can use it as an OP Go Early node. Okay? Now this is the easy work. Now let's do something more complicated. Why do you want to just use a network? Just use a blockchain. Wouldn't you rather make your own blockchain with OP Stack? What? No, you don't want to. It's too much. It's too difficult. Well, if so, you've come to the wrong class, I'm afraid. Because in this class, this is exactly your third exercise. Your third exercise is going to be to go to Stack Optimism IO, go to the building OP Stack rollup getting started, and you will make your own blockchain that runs on top of Go Early. Why trust us to run the sequencer when you can run your own sequencer, right? And now this is somewhat complicated. And when I say you see these are all the various steps. You have to build the source code. You have to generate keys, configure the network, deploy your L1 contracts, generate the config keys, initialize OP-Geth, etc. This is the oh, wait, no access to what? Oh, Voni, the channel is called No Access. At least that's what we see. Okay, become a tech nerd. Anyway.
Don't worry.
Okay, so this is your third exercise. Now, if all this sounds like an easy walk in the park for you, I'm glad. I'm either glad because you're so good technically, or I'm glad because you must be on something that makes you very, very happy. Either way, I'm glad. But seriously, if you have any problems, Vonnie is here, Soyboy is here. I'm sort of here because this is my last week at OP Labs. I decided to go work for something a lot smaller. So you'll get help. We prefer to throw you into the water. If you drown, we'll give you a life jacket. Okay, questions, comments, gold bars, rotten tomatoes, fresh tomatoes.
Tears for you leaving, Ori. We absolutely love you, and you're the best. Oh, and I personally am gonna miss you lots. But yeah, don't worry, guys. You're in good hands, though. Soy Boy is amazing, and yes, Ori is very funny, and a
And
great and a great instructor.
oh, and Vonnie is also amazing, but she won't tell you that because it's something that's best if somebody else tells you.
Too true. Too true. Definitely will not say that. Um, yeah. So guys, what do you think? This is literally this is literally it. So it's really we're not hand holding you for this. This is very advanced, as Ori said in the beginning, a very advanced course. We will be trying to run a more basic one at the end of the year if you do need a bit more hand holding, but definitely definitely not a hand holding one right now. Okay, hardware requirements are very high for the second and third. Exercises, do you have any VPS to recommend? I personally like the Google Cloud Compute, but if anyone has any other recommends, definitely. I mean, like AWS. I don't know. Don't make your life too hard. Um, so yeah, if anyone has any suggestions for a VPS, I would love if it's not just us telling you guys what to do. Like y'all are all capable developers, you know, like this is a safe space. You can suggest tools and frameworks to your fellow nerds, you know. We're all in this together. So definitely help a nerd out, you know. Um yeah, I will post all of the links. I know we went over a lot in the Wannabe Tech channel. So if you're not in there, go to the Become a Tech Nerd channel and get the role. Where do I get the most up-to-date docs to the runner node? Yeah, so I will post we'll post the specific links to that in the Wannabe channel, but I think Ori, if you post it again, I'll just make sure I have the right one in the channel.
I posted,
Oh, you just did the file. Okay, that's perfect.
yes, I posted the file multiple times. Anyway, but another thing, just two more notes. One, there are no stupid questions. Well, why don't you run this thing in a 2 gigabyte RAM? Is kind of stupid. Other than that, there are no stupid questions. Okay?
Also, remember that we're looking for bugs. So if you do have a stupid question that results in a stupid bug, still useful because you can write that down in your bug file and give it to us at the end of the Techno training so we can see who has the most bugs. So really the goal of the bug hunting is two things. So one is so that you are familiar with the errors that you get when running a node, so that when you're helping developers, you kind of already have a sense of like, oh, you have this error, that means you didn't have enough RAM, right? So even stupid questions is helpful, right? And then the second thing is that we don't right now have a very comprehensive list of all of the error messages that you can get while setting up a node. So having y'all going out and finding these error messages and like the steps to reproduce them as well as the steps to solve them is incredibly useful work. Which is why the TechNERDS are going to be such like a crazy useful program. So definitely, even if you do have stupid questions like why can't I run this with 2 gigs of RAM, the error message you get is still useful. So definitely try stupid things and win real prizes. I think should be the slogan for this. Um, is there an active bug error help along the week of programs? So yeah, so we'll be doing a Q&A on Fridays. So if you do have any bugs or things that you actually really need help on, Friday Q&A will be an open space where anyone can just come and Did I not make an event for it? Okay, I'll make an event for it now. But yeah, so the Friday will have a thing where anyone can come and ask, like, hey, I need help. I don't know how to, like I'm running into the specific error, like yada yada. We'll have that on Fridays. I don't know what time I put it on for Fridays. 5:30 my time. Okay. But yeah, how are y'all feeling? Oh my goodness.
Gonna, you are right. I fully agree with you. And our DevX team is working on getting there. But it will take time. And during that time, if you could help people, that would be amazing. And to get to that, you need to do it. Now, you're about proof of deployment. Most of these do not generate a proof of deployment. The one thing that does generate a proof of deployment is OP stack. After you do that, you can message us with the addresses of your L1 contracts for your OP stack if you want.
Yeah, message us in the wannabe channel just so that we can please don't DM me, guys. My DMs are an absolute nightmare. So definitely public channels are better to get a response. Yeah, so I'm gonna start putting all the links in there so y'all can just double check that I have put all of them and that we're not missing anything. But other than that, I'm so excited for this to kick off.
Oh, and don't worry about making stupid suggestions. You know what we do to people who make mistakes? We correct them. That's it. And I would much rather that you made mistakes rather than. I would much rather see your mistakes and then actually know actually know what happens. I mean, actually know what happens. Egg. It worked for me. Update to the latest version of Foundry and I think it would work simple.
Oh, look at that. We already have our first error. I love that. I hope you've written that one down. Got it in your list. So the meme of the day. That is a great meme. Did you make that during this call? Oh, I love a good meme, Lord. Wow. That's some quick memeing. That's some quick memeing. I'm impressed.
And simple, good job on already having it, so you got this far already.
All right, I'm almost done with all the links. Sorry, guys. It's a good amount of links. I want to make sure I'm getting the most up-to-date ones. Any other questions?
What is your name? What is your quest? What is the capital of Assyria?
Oh my god, what is the capital of Syria?
Assyria. The answer, by the way, is Nineveh. You know, the one from Jonah. The capital of Syria is Damascus.
Math. Okay. The more you know, guys. The more you know. Okay, I think I have all of the links in here. If someone could come double check me, I'm gonna remove all of these previews. We don't need them. So we've got getting an RPC endpoint up, running a node. Oh, I didn't attach the file. That'll do that. Let me attach it quickly. Downloads, running a node. Lovely. Lovely. Great. Okay. I think that's all the links. Getting an OP stack up. Look at that, guys. Was that not so quick and easy to go over, and then long and painful to get set up? No, I'm joking. It shouldn't be that painful to set up a node if you haven't if you haven't already got one set up. But yeah, like absolutely killing it, guys. This is I'm so excited for this. I hope you guys are too. It's also so nice to see some familiar faces. I recognize a lot of you, and this is amazing. I hope you all had as much fun as I have had. And I'm so excited to see the community get the support we all know it deserves, because developers are really the backbone of any ecosystem, especially an ecosystem that is a platform, aka L2. So very exciting. All right, cool. I think that's it. I will stick around here for a while if anyone has any questions or want to just shoot the shit. And then otherwise, thank you, Ori, so much for your time today, and we'll see you on Friday. And yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this. Yeah, go team. I'm like putting my hands in a little hand pile, so you guys can all like imagine to put your hands in the hand pile. So on three, we're gonna go nerds. All right, 1, 2, 3, nerds. Woo! Okay. All right, cool guys. Thank you, Surfer. Ah, look at that. I love to see it. All right, cool guys. See you on Friday for Q&A. If you have any issues between now and then, please drop them in the Wannabe channel. I will be keeping an eye on that. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Friday. Woo. All right, cool. Cheers, guys.